candy. Hello everybody, welcome to Restaurant Review. I am your host today, Brian Mansell. And today I'm giving you the Halloween edition of Restaurant Review, where I'm going to review 17 different candies and tell you which one is the best to get on Halloween. Now today I'm also joined by my little dear friend here, who you saw in the intro. Yes, I know, a little cringy of a mask, but it's alright, we'll move forward. Now, I've got 3 scales to measure when it comes to this candy. 1, taste. The taste does not matter if it's fruity, if it's chocolate, or anything else. It doesn't matter what's in it. It's about the overall taste. Is it good or is it not good? Plain and simple, don't need to get elaborate. Second, size. Basically proportions. I think the proportions of the candy are very important. If it's a good candy bar, I'm going to want more of it. If it's too big of a candy bar and it's not that good, or it gets sticky or crunchy, it's not going to be good. It may take some points off. So proportions and size is also another factor. And finally, the ease and the likability of the product. The likability. Is it a candy I'm going to like? Like the first time I see it, it's going to be appealing, something I'm going to jump at. And that's important. Each one's going to be scaled out of 10 for an overall score. So let's get started right away. I have my trusty trick or treat bag here. We're going to take a look and see what we have today. First off in the bag we have Twizzlers. Twizzler Twists. As you guys can see, there's Twizzlers in this. Very short ones. Not a big fan. I personally love Twizzlers. I've liked them since I was a kid. But the question is packaging. I think it's smart to go with the wrapper. Okay, so packaging's nice, convenient. I'm not really a huge fan of the wrapping. And when it comes to opening, I have a little bit of an issue getting it open. So that's going to be a problem and a factor as well. But at some point, I'm going to have to use my teeth. Oh, there we go. We finally got it. It's a little hard to open, so that's going to take some points off. Let's take a look at the actual candy itself. I think the size is perfect for Halloween candy. I think it's nice and short, and you've got 2 pieces. Put them together, it's almost a full Twizzler. So let's see what the taste is. Very chewy. The artificial strawberry. You can taste the chemicals! Yes, chemicals! Yeah, you can definitely tell it's very artificial. I like the fruity taste though. I like a little bit of that fruity taste. Taste I'm going to score it about, and we're doing off decimals too, so if I had to score it, I'd probably give it about a 7.9. 7.9. Well, you look at the proportions. I think the proportions are very good. I'm going to give it about a 8.7. And then it comes down to the actual packaging, the likability of the product. Because of the way it is and how hard it was to open the packaging and figure it out, I'm definitely going to say this drops down to about a 6.9. 6.9. Don't ask me what the total is. We'll find out at the end. But move on to the next candy. Sour Patch Kids. Oh, classic. Classic, classic, classic. Now, I couldn't find any of the packagings for Halloween. Halloween packages. I don't know why. Don't come at me in the comments, but I couldn't. So, we're dealing with the regular size packages. I know the smaller packages are about that big, about this big, and they still have the same size Sour Patch, so that's important. So I'm not going to take the packaging into account really as much here. So packaging, I'm going to score right away. I'm going to give it about 8. I'm going to give it about 8. Now we have the actual kids themselves. It looks like the Sour Patch Kids might have melted a little bit, nothing too serious. All right, and now it comes down to the taste. Ooh. I like the sour punch, but after a while, the chewability takes a factor. And I think you're chewing too much, it starts feeling like you're starting to chew a little bit of a rock. Or maybe a couple pebbles, whatever you want to call it. So, taste, I gotta give it it's a great taste, great taste. I'm gonna give the taste about an 8.7. Let's see. Then you talk about the proportions, the size. I think the size is perfect. I think it's a good size. Again, the only hard part is the chewing, but the chewing is not a factor in this. So when it comes to the proportions, I would definitely have to say this is about, it's a good size. I'll say about an 8 flat. So that's it. The Sour Patch. What's next in the bag? Whoppers. I like how small they are. I like how small the packaging is. It feels like there's about three milk balls in here. Malted milk balls, chocolate covered. And it looks like it pops very easy. So good packaging. Packaging right away, I'm giving about 9.4. It's very good. Size, good size, gonna be easy chew. I like that a lot. I really like the Whopper very much. The taste, I'm gonna give it, I always like the taste of chocolate together with this. I'm also giving it a 9.1. And then on top of that, let's look at the proportions. The proportions, great proportions. I'm gonna give it another flat 9. This brings us to our next candy. We have Hershey's chocolate. Again, could not find the Halloween size. Rite Aid, we have to have a discussion. So let's take a look. Packaging, pretty easy to open if you know what you're doing. Big chocolate bar, I know how big they usually are, so I'm just going to cut it about to that size right here. This proportion is a nice size proportion, I would say. Hershey's is well known for their chocolate. It's just chocolate. That's all I have to say. It's just chocolate. It's good chocolate. Great chocolate. Probably some of the best chocolate I've had. But it's just chocolate. But I'm grading up the taste here. The taste here feels like it's missing a little bit of something. I'm gonna give it a 7.8. 7.8. Packaging, easy to open if you know what you're doing. So I'm gonna put that 8.2. And besides that, what do we have left? Proportions. Proportions, I would definitely say. Proportions, give me on that proportion. Give me an 8. A flat 8. Next in the bag we have, what are the odds? Hershey's Cookies and Cream. Let's take a look, shall we? Harder to open this one. Might have been doing upside down, that's why. Yes, that's exactly why. Cookies and Cream has been a personal favorite of mine for a while. Good flavor. Same exact grades for them because of the packaging and everything. But the taste has got to be the question. This hurts. This hurts. It tastes manufactured. It tastes artificial. No. Just no. Look, I like Cookies and Cream, but comparing it to the regular Hershey's bar, it doesn't match up. And that's the truth. So same exact packaging scores and size scores for the Hershey's bar. But for taste, we're dropping that. We're definitely dropping that about a 7.1. Not a joke, a 7.1. Don't come at me at the comments. All right, next up we have a little bit more here. Don't have much left. We've gone through about 4 or 5 candies already. Skittles. Skittles! One of my personal favorites, still to this day for a candy. Easy to open packaging. Decent amount in one hand, I have to say. So proportions have always been good on Skittles. But I'm going to go with the green. Compared to all the other flavors, I feel like green has a nice taste to it. I don't know why. I like the apple taste. I think it really fits well. I think it's great. I also like how they're assorted, different flavors. Packaging's easy to open, so that's going to be very much of a help here. 8.8. Taste. What can I say? They're fruity. They're good. Off that alone, man, I have to give it a 9. 9 flat. For the great taste. And then when it comes to the actual proportions, as always, Skittles have great proportions, 9.2. So next candy. Payday. Oh no. The Baby Ruth without the nougat or the chocolate. Easy to open packaging. I know they're usually smaller. But it looks like the peanuts and everything has gotten stuck together a little bit. It looks appealing, but I don't know how the peanut consistency is going to go. So let's take a taste. Very slight sweetness. It's mostly salty. That's because of the peanut. Again, if I had nothing else to eat for candy, definitely I'd eat it. But overall, let's see. Taste, not as good as the rest, so I have to drop it lower. 6.4. 6.4 for sure. Packaging, easy to open once again. So for that, I gotta give it 8.6. 8.7. I'm gonna say 8.6. I'll stick at 8.6. And then when it comes to the actual proportions, I know they're a lot smaller usually. So I'll take that into account. When it's smaller, I think it's easier and you have less time to actually have to sit there and tolerate it. So for that, it goes up a little bit. It's gonna go about 7.3. And that leads us to the next candy. Let us see what it is in the trick-or-treat bag. 100 grand. If you guys haven't had 100 grand, I haven't either. So we're gonna try it for the first time today. Easy open packaging once again, so that's gonna be high up, I'd say 8.8. And now we have this. Doesn't look appealing off first glance, but let's take a look. Bite. Nice pull. It's starting to get tough now. Because I love caramel. I love crispy rice. I love everything about this. But right after you start to chew, the caramel gets stuck. That's why I had a hard time talking just now. So, easily, I have to tell you, the taste, phenomenal. Consistency, not so much. So, I know what I said about consistency, but I'm going to dock a little bit here. Great taste, great idea concept. Feeling didn't feel good. Taste, overall, I'm going to give it about an 8.9. If it wasn't for the mouthfeel, probably would have been about 9.4, 9.5. But on top of that, I think for the 100 gram packaging, what did I say already? 8.8. Stick to that. Proportions, very small, and I like that. Gives me less to have to deal with, and it's very, very tasty. Makes me want more. So for that, I got to give it about an 8.1, which leads us to our next candy. Caramel M&Ms. M&Ms are first on the chart here. I'm a huge caramel fan, by the way, so I'm going to have a little bit of bias for it. But I'll try to make up for it. Easy packaging, as M&Ms always are around Halloween. Great portions, it's like the size of peanut M&M. It's a good taste, mind you. It's a good taste. I like it. I don't know why, but it has a weird aftertaste. And that's where it's going to hit me. That's where the points are going to fall back. So I have to say here, when it comes to the M&Ms, the caramel M&Ms, the packaging, I'm going to say the packaging is easy to open, so 9.1. When it comes to the taste, I'm going to give it, it's going to dock little points because of the aftertaste, so it's going to be about an 8.4. And then when it comes down to the actual proportions, easy to eat proportions, snack proportions, 9.3. Next candy, we're up to our last few now, we're out in the home stretch. A Heath bar. Heath bars are an English toffee bar, milk chocolate, easy to open package, love it. You're going to sit here and tell me that this is a good size? Man. That's easily, you're losing points for that. This is dropping down to a 6.4. Not happy. Looks good. Packaging easy to open. Packaging's going to get an 8.5. Let's see the taste. I love toffee personally. So, toffee makes up a lot of points here for that. It makes up a lot of points. So, scoring it, I'm giving it about a 9. 9 flat. I love toffee. You got shaved. Kit Kat. I like how there's only one. And it's a nice wide one. Short, but wide. Perfect size. I like it a lot. Especially when it's a Halloween candy. So, packaging easy to open, as you can see, was effortless. So that's going to be about 9. Portions are good. I would say about 8.5. Yeah, 8.5. Now let's go with taste. Oh yeah. I like this a lot. The wafer, the chocolate hits you right at the end. Nice and smooth, nice and rich. Ask me, this Kit Kat, I don't know how you don't. You're giving this a 9.6. Great taste. We've got about six candies left here. Let's get it all out of here. Jolly Ranchers. I don't like the packaging already. Easy to open. Okay. Now how do you get it out? I have to peel it. Not fun. It looks like it's melted. Proportions. Decent size proportion, but it's a lot bigger than the Jolly Rancher, so I'm not much of a fan of it, and it's hard candy, so you want it to be smaller. Let's go with the taste. Okay, tastes like a Jolly Rancher, but it takes a while to get to it because of the packaging. Packaging has a leftover residue that makes it more sticky, so it's harder. You have to get through that layer. I don't like that. Packaging made it more of a hassle. I have to say 7.9. Taste got delayed, so I have to give this also about a 7.4. And then on top of that, the proportions, I'm not a big fan of. About an 8 flat. We're going to give it an 8 flat. See what we're pulling out here. Snickers. Okay. Snickers fun size. I'm going to tell you right now, not a huge fan of peanuts as much as a lot of people are. So I might be a little swayed here, but I'm going to try my best not to be biased. Nice size, a little cracked, but that happens every once in a while. So easy to open, as you can see. Effortless. Effortless. So I have to give this already, packaging alone, 9 flat. Easy. I tore it open like I was ready to go at it. Proportion. Nice size proportion. Quick eat. 2 bites should be all it takes. You take more than that, you're a psychopath. So I have to give this absolutely. The proportion's going to help me get it to about 8.7. Now the taste. Okay. It's like you cut the Snickers bar in half, but you made sure everything had equal proportions, and that's something I really like about that. So that's going to make up for some points because I'm not a huge fan of the taste. I don't know why, I just feel like chocolate and hard peanuts don't go together. So, with that, I have to say, I'm going to give the taste, because of that equal proportions, got to give it about an 8.9. It's a good taste. I'll give it that. A decent taste, solid, but that's it. Next candy. The Dark Horse Almond Joy. My aunt loves these things. Easy to open packaging. I know I don't have the actual Halloween candy. Once again, I couldn't find them in the store. Again, thank you, Rite Aid. There it is. Nice size. Usually it's about just one almond. Let's take one bite. If you're not a coconut person, don't get this. I am, so I'm going to give it a good grade here. I love coconut, and it's something I really like. I think a lot of people like that nice taste. It makes you feel tropical. I think that's awesome. So I'm going to have the chocolate and the almond. The almond's the big star here. That crunch gives it an extra like oomph to it. I don't know how to put it to words. It's an oomph. So packaging, a little harder to open. So I'll say about 8.4, 8.3. 8.3. Proportions, usually it's smaller, and that means one bite, and that's perfect. So I'm going to give it 9.2 for that. And then the taste alone, I'm a coconut person, so I'm sorry, everybody, but I'm giving this a 9.5. I love coconut. Okay, we got a few left here. Reese's. That's another one that's a dark horse here. Miniatures. Easy open package. We're now in the speed round, so we got to speed this up. All right. Easy open package. I'm giving that without thinking. Package about 8.8. With this, nice proportion, just like you get the holidays. Giving it a 9. Taste. They're perfect together. Perfect. Didn't like how it tore off a little bit. I'm going to give it a 9. 9 flat. Next candy, we got 2 left. M&M's. My personal favorite since I was a kid. Every year if I didn't get one of these, I'd be complaining. Easy open package, so same grade as after that. Proportions. Perfect size. I love this. This is the perfect size candy. And what can I say? Plain chocolate with a candy coating. So, the proportion, 9. Taste, 9.3. And finally, the Butterfinger. This is arguably my favorite candy of all time. So I'll try to be unbiased with this. Easy to open package. Easy to open. Okay, so that's going to put this at about already 8.6. Portions are usually about that much, about this. So I wish I had more, so it leaves me missing a little bit. So 8.5. The taste. So good to eat. So much fun. Very subtle. It's like eating toasted peanuts in a flaky form. I love that. 9.6. My favorite thing I've eaten today. And that's it. That is all the candy I've eaten today. I'll get back to you in a few minutes with the scores. And welcome back. Now I finally have the scores tallied up, and I can tell you the top 3 Halloween candies you can get this year are Whoppers, M&M's chocolate, and Kit Kats. Now, only fraction of points separated each one, but the top candy I say you can get in your candy bag this year is Whoppers. Yes, that is right. Whoppers was the #1 scored candy in the entire candy bag. I know, I'm shocked too. Now, thank you guys for joining me today on Restaurant Review, also known as Halloween Candy Taste Test for today. And we'll see you guys next week for the next restaurant review. Now, if you excuse me, I've got to go find the guy who almost hit me with his car. So if you don't mind, thank you.